Hey everybody, this is Craig from 9 Volt Games, and I'm going to try and do this very quickly because I said I wasn't going to say... Oh, I need to shave. I said I wasn't going to say anything about this, and I just had a personal friend, ask me my opinion on it, and I went on Twitter last night, and some people were responding to me, and they attached a Gamergate hashtag. Please don't do that. I don't support Gamergate whatsoever. But don't get excited by me saying that, because I don't support the social justice warriors either, and I don't support feminists. I support gamers, and that's why I'm going to name this video Gamergate versus social justice warriors versus gamers, because I feel like the internet amplifies everything, okay? So Gamersgate, while I agree with the basic tenets of game reviewers are essentially auditors to gaming. And usually in businesses, like I work in the aviation industry, when I have an auditor come, you are not allowed to fraternize with the auditors at all. They can shut you down. And the same thing goes with the game reviewer. If you know, they have enough pull and they give you shitty reviews, people aren't going to buy your game. He'll put you out of business. But that's not how the gaming industry works. I work in the aviation business. There's a lot of military parts that go through here. So, I mean, if someone's fucking around, you know, they don't want to be buddy-buddy, you're going to get shut down. The gaming industry is a very unique community in the fact that once upon a time, we were all pretty unified. However, I'm not blind to the sexism and homophobia that is in the gaming industry as it is in every industry. Racism as well. But that's not what's on the table right now. So, no, I don't support Gamersgate because a lot of people are using it as a weapon. And when something becomes used as a weapon, I can't back it anymore. I think that's why I don't like religion. But I do think of it like this. Like I said, the internet amplifies everything. And Gamersgate, while maybe it started innocently, the fact of when it started was very poorly timed if it was innocent. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. You know, around the time of the Zoe Quinn thing. And here's the other part I'll say about that with the social justice warriors, people like Zoe Quinn. I don't care who Zoe Quinn fucked. I don't. I don't think a movement should have been started from it. Somebody's sex life is their sex life. If she did fuck a reviewer who didn't even review her game, but if she did fuck reviewers for reviews, shame on her. And she's probably living in her own personal hell in her head for that. But that's no gamer's actual business. And I really don't care. I don't care to play Depression Quest. I don't care. I don't want to play her games. And it's not because I hate women. It's probably just because I have a feeling those games weren't made for me. However, I shouldn't say it like that because Auntie Pixel Auntie, whatever, I follow her on Twitter and have so for a while now. I played her Star Court a few times last week, and I told other people to play it. So, I mean, it's not like I don't play certain games because I hate women. I don't hate women. I fully support women's equal rights. I fully support gay, lesbians, and transgendered equal rights. As you can tell if you've been a long-time viewer on this channel, if I see anything homophobic, I shut that shit down real quick. And you can't deny it if you've been on here for a long time. But as far as going out of your way and threatening to kill people over video games, guys, it's video games. It's supposed to be fun. Like, that's why I can't endorse Gamersgate. It is being used as a weapon. However, I do think, like I said again, for the third time, the internet amplifies everything, that some people are using the threats to boost themselves on their side. Because I've had my channel for 4 years, and I'm nowhere near as popular as any of these people, and I have had my life threatened. I've been threatened with physical violence on this channel for statements that I've made 4 times. I've been threatened more than that. I'm just only taking into account the ones that have actually been persistent about it. I've been threatened. This one, I know it's not funny when, you know, a group of guys does it like to Anita Sarkeesian. It's not funny when anyone threatens rape. But I had a dude threaten to rape me. And the best part is he threatened to rape me because I was standing up for a gay viewer that I have. Which totally just made my mind explode. I don't know. But I've been threatened with that. I had a guy, actually the only time I was kind of scared was I had a guy who lives in my state threaten me. This was a year ago. He did threaten that he was going to cause me some severe physical harm and that he knew where I lived. and that he lived in this state. But this was like a year ago. I lived on my own at this point. I gave him my address. I told him when I would be home and that good luck making it past my first step. But obviously, these are children that are making these threats. So it's not... There's nothing that's going to come of it. Someone like Anita, that's scary because I'll get to that point in a second. She should be taking those seriously. But people like Zoe Quinn, someone's threatening to kill her, or someone's threatening, you know, some kind of violence against her and her boyfriend. Well, that's 2 against 1. Where's your boyfriend? Why isn't he helping you out? I don't know. Like I said, I've been threatened 4 times. Oh, 2 of them were at PAX. Once I did a PAX rant because we didn't get media badges in 2013. Someone threatened me there. And someone actually threatened to cause physical harm to me and my group of people. Yes, one guy wanted to come fight 6 of us at PAX. So I had a couple drinks. I came back and I waited in console free play. I told him, just come up and we'll talk about it. Whatever, he never showed up. So when people are making these threats, it's empty. And they have much more deep-rooted problems. But I think, like I said, some of these people are using it to boost who they are and what they are in the fight. And it's just becoming amplified to the point that people who are actually fighting for equal rights, they're being lumped in. Think of it like Muslims, okay? A Muslim extremist group like ISIS starts beheading people. And dumbass people in America, Republicans, look at it as all Muslims are terrible. So I look at it like that. Like, Gamergate does have some people who have validity and they don't use it as a weapon, but sadly, you got a handful of people who are ruining it for you. Social justice people, you might be legitimate, I don't know. I feel like I don't belong in that group because I am not homosexual and I'm not female, and who wants me speaking for you, honestly? I can't relate with your play. But there are some of you out there who are using it for a weapon, and you're using it improperly. So, once again, it's Muslims, Muslim extremists. But I don't think threatening someone's life is okay, and if you're a fan of mine and you're doing that, just fuck right off this channel, because I do not support you. I don't support Gamergate. Oh yes, this is what I'm saying. Someone like Anita Sarkeesian. This is the reason why Gamergate happened. And the social justice warriors, you guys came out and you had a big problem, but in little sections, right? You said, you know, there's sexism and there's homophobia, and we need to stamp it out because we want to be treated as equals, and we don't want to be, you know, pushed out of this industry because we're women or we're transgendered or we're gay, and that's understandable. But what happens is, think of it like Batman, okay? I think of Anita Sarkeesian as Batman. I do. I give her props. I don't agree with her 100% of the time, but I give her props because she took her resources and she became a giant. And this is, I don't think she's an actual gamer. I think she used gaming as a good platform to jumpstart her feminist career, because she's going to be a career feminist. She's going to be much bigger than gaming. And I think of her as Batman. And remember, The Dark Knight Begins, right at the end. Are you worried about escalation? What do you mean? Well, you start running around in a suit and a mask, they start running around in a suit and a mask. We start getting machine guns, they start getting machine guns. Anita Sarkeesian became so big, and the media, or gaming journalist media, has blown this up so much that all the people that you were fighting came together in one group and gave themselves a name. So you're the social justice warriors, they became Gamergate, and now you guys are just making the problem bigger by existing. Do you understand what I'm saying? And then there's people like me who are neutral on it because I don't care. It's getting to the point where I just want to go on Twitter like I used to and say something about a game and have my responses come back as games. I don't want to sit there and have my timeline full of things saying, you are not allowed to be neutral because you're part of the problem. No, I'm not part of the problem. I have stated it several times. I think that if you want to change something, you should not be attacking the walls of a castle. You should be Trojan horsing that bitch, and that's not what you guys are doing. But I don't know. The reason that I don't support the social justice and feminist movement in gaming is because you don't want to be treated fairly and equal. You want to be treated differently, and that's a problem to me. And I think that's the problem with it's second wave feminism. You guys wanted to be you ladies wanted to be treated differently and not fairly to men. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't condone hitting women. I was raised in a household where you don't put your hands on anybody, man, woman, or indifferent. And that's the thing. If I mouth off to a man and he hits me and the police come, either none of us or both of us are going to jail. If a woman mouths off to a man and he hits her or even just pushes her and the cops come, he's going to jail unless she actually severely hit him, So there's no equality. You just want to be treated differently. That's why I can't stand behind it. And feminism looks at men as less than. Like we're all mindless fucking apes. We're not. There are some of us who are, but there are some women who are just fucking retarded as well. Just as dumb as men. And I don't know. I feel like both sides need to just cut the shit because you two groups going at it constantly and you need each other to exist are just gonna destroy gaming for us. And that's that. And the death threats and the rape threats, they need to stop because for one, you guys aren't seriously gonna do that. And if you are, your problem goes much more deep-rooted than ladies trying to be equal and homosexuals trying to be equal. I don't know. Go talk to a therapist. Both sides. Go talk to a therapist. I don't know. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully that made sense because I didn't write anything down. I just one-shot it.